Hello possums, Dreymasmith here, back in Chest Quest for another crack at finding the rest of the presents that Father Christmas so carelessly put down and forgot where he put them. So we've got 3 remaining areas. We've got the Tunnels Maze, the Mysterious Village and the Treasure Palace. We may as well work our way left to right because the Treasure Palace sounds like the place to end up. So let's go with Tunnels Maze. That's some ferocious laugh that man has. Let's have a look. I don't want to fall off. We've still got giant mushrooms. They're pretty. Let's have a look. There's nothing here to open. Okay. Where do we go? Right, ladder's down. Well, this doesn't look like a maze so far. Wow, they are big mushrooms. Okay, so let's work the way we did last time. I'll find the edge. We'll go around the edge and we will see if we can find where we're supposed to be going. And it's still night. I'm wondering if this is the night before Christmas. And all through the house not a creature was stirring except for me. And I think we've found our wall. Cool. All right. Let's see if we can find this tunnel maze. Well, this certainly looks like a tunnel. And here's our first present. There we go. Now there'll be 30 to find in here. We've got to remember that only gets us to 59. So keep your eyes peeled. Oh, there's one. All right, so we've got to look out for little caves in the background. More elytra. I was wondering about that because you can play with up to 4 people. And I was thinking if there's only one set of armour and 1 elytra, and you're playing with 3 other people, especially if you're playing with little kids, that could get a bit fraught. But no. The women who make these maps, women who make up Toya, I know they've got kids, so I was hoping that they'd take the kid factor into account, and they have. Alright, so tunnels in and out of things. Let's see what we can find. Wonder if we can get up there. We'll have to have a look. In the meantime, though, we have found our tunnels and they're underneath and around the huge mushrooms. And I know how to use the chest detectors now. I'm keeping them for when we get towards the end and we're desperately looking for those last few chests. I've learnt my lesson. So can we get on top of those giant mushrooms? Yes. Yes, we can. So let's see what's up here. This is not what I expected for something called Tunnels Maze. It's pretty cool. Wow. Oh, I love this place. Alright, that's where we started. Let's see if we can find another way underground. Oh, there's another. They're not all underground. Hello, reindeer. Another panettone. So what are you planning to do for Christmas Day? Ours is going to be very simple. My parents-in-law are coming down to have the day with us. I love my mum and dad-in-law. They are such lovely people. And my mother-in-law just loves Christmas so much. She wears a Santa hat. It makes the kids laugh. It makes my husband groan. It's very funny. We just have the nicest day. And we are just going to have a roast leg of lamb, which I'll cook the day before, so we'll have it cold. And we will have salads, because Christmas is normally stupidly hot in Australia, just to make things pleasant for us. Because, of course, we have a winter festival in the middle of summer. So we're having salads and cold meats and ice cream, and my father-in-law will have, more salted cod, yum. My father-in-law will have Christmas pudding, because he's about the only one who likes it. And we'll just have a quiet day together. And I'm telling you now, we will have such a good day. I think this is going to be a little tough. Do they get harder as we go along and we've just done the easiest one? Or am I just... Oh, because I'm not doing this systematically, am I having more trouble than I should? Okay, tunnel maze is starting to drive me crazy. I've still got 11 chests left to find, and I feel like I've gone round and round and round in circles. And there's so many levels to this. Well, there's 3, but still. Oh. So I'm going to take a break from tunnel mazing, and we are going to go and try one of the remaining 2. So let's try the mysterious village. Yeah. And I know we've got a few of these chest detectors, but I just want to keep them till I'm really, really stuck. Which I was, but I'm still keeping them. So let's see what our mysterious village is like. Oh, I could actually see this from the tunnel maze area. Cool. All right. Oh, this doesn't bode well, does it? We're having trouble finding our way out. All right. Okay, the way out was right in front of where we spawned in. Well done. All right, let's see if this, oh, that's cute, is a bit easier than the tunnel maze. So we've got to get up to 78. Is that a door? That's a door. Okay. These are interesting little houses. With no chests in them. Okay. That's our spawn house. Well, at least we'll be able to keep track of where we've searched a little more easily. I'm wondering if these maps get progressively harder. If they do, I could be sunk. Starting to think the chests aren't in the houses. Ooh, wonder what this is. That's more like it. Okay, these are all hidden in all sorts of odd little nooks and crannies. So it's fun to look in the houses, but let's be on the alert to other possibilities. Oh, and I've worked out you don't need to pick up the thing in the chest using Q. That's what was happening with my detectors back in the Magic Forest. I was activating them as soon as I picked them up. All you've got to do is open the chest and get that jingle sound. Whether you then pick up the item or not depends on you, although I'm picking it up so I know which ones I've done. This is cool. So as long as I get the jingle sound, I've picked up the item. See? And now it says 55. I'm slow, but I get there in the end. So there are no mobs in, well, there are mobs. There are no hostile mobs in here. So this would be a great map to bring kids in on who greatly dislike being killed, or who stress about PvP, or whatever. This is a very gentle, lovely little game. Just run around looking for gifts. It'd be really good to come in here with multiple people and just have everyone looking and calling out, I found something, and comparing what they've got and sharing out the goodies. I think that would be a lot of fun. Plus, you could use it for like build challenges. You know, let's build some giant mushrooms like in Chest Quest, or can we build another village? Doesn't have to be like theirs, but you know, let's build our own village. You could use all sorts of ideas from this. And I've got 4 left to find, and again I'm absolutely stumped. I haven't gone over this block by block, but I've gone over it fairly thoroughly. I've used one of my detectors, but the trouble with them is they detect any chest, not just chests you haven't found. So I refound a couple of chests I'd already found. So I think, yet again, we will return to spawn and we will check out the last area. There we go. So we'll go for the treasure palace. Yeah, you're freaking me out, darling. Anyway. Oh, we're not doing very well, are we? I am enjoying this, but it really is a challenge, and it would be great to do this with other people, because I think you'd stand a better chance of finding the gifts you're missing. Having a few people wandering around here, you'd cover a lot more ground a lot more effectively. But it's still fun. But if you don't like treasure hunts, this is not the game for you. And if you do, I'd say go for it, right up your alley. Anyway, we'll start by looking around at the walls again. Same sort of theme. Beautiful woodland forest. Lovely trees. Can't see any giant mushrooms at the moment. And lots of Christmassy animals. Well, here we go. First one for the level. So we've got to get up to 104. Let's see if we can have any more luck. Yeah, are we finally going to get 30 on one of these levels? I will find the missing ones. I'm just not going to bore you to tears with finding it on camera. And I'm not going to drive myself ratty trying to find them by a deadline when I've got Christmas things I have to do. So, like, I've got to make gingerbread. But I will find them. So, yeah, I make lots of gingerbread things for Christmas. Gingerbread houses. But after doing houses for a few years, I got bored of doing houses. So gingerbread Daleks, complete with a little Dalek inside it, made of melted jelly snakes and a Smartie with an eye drawn on it. And if you don't know what a Smartie is, it's I think it's called a chocolate beanie, or it's like a large version of M&M's but much tastier. That sort of thing anyway. And then because I'd done Daleks, gingerbread TARDIS another year with Cybermen and Daleks out the front. And every time I make a gingerbread thing, there are gingerbread biscuits inside with the names of all the people that are getting it. So if I'm doing a house, they might be flour biscuits. If I'm doing a Dalek, they'll be seals of Rassilon. If I'm doing a TARDIS, they'll be little cyber heads. I made a Millennium Falcon one year with little chocolate Han Solos in carbonite. That was fun. This year I am doing a house again, but it's a little hexagonal house based on one that I saw in the Nutcracker and the Four Realms in the Land of Sweets. So I have a lot of fun doing stuff like that, and it beats being boring with gingerbread. You know, why just make a house year after year after year after year after year when you can do other things? And I love how much joy people get out of receiving my gingerbread creations. I really get a kick out of it. So that's what I've got to do. I should be doing that today instead of doing this. But I'll get it done. Okay, we're back where we started. So I'll clear the rest of the grounds later, but I want to have a look in here first. Oh, this is lovely. This is so beautiful. Treasure hunting aside, well done to everyone at Toya. This is just gorgeous. Whoops. Rabbits notwithstanding. Crazy rabbits notwithstanding. And it's appropriate there should be rabbits in here because this is a rabbit warren. But a gorgeous one. How do I get round to there? Oh, that's tricky. Okay, there's still down there to get to. Wow, this place is huge. Wow. But gorgeous. I could just fly down. I think we'll do that. We'll just fly down. There we go. That's one way to do it. As you can see, I've gotten a real push on. I've only got 4 chests left to find. That's 2 in here and 1 each in the tunnel maze and the mysterious village. And now it's getting really difficult. But I've had so much fun. And look at this palace. It is just stunning. I've had so much fun wandering around just looking at everything. I did manage to find that last chest in the Magic Forest. It was hidden away in a very tricky spot. I still don't know what that odd blue block is, but it's nothing to do with us and it doesn't stop us playing. That's what I need to know. I wonder wonder if I can get over there. Anyway, I've had such a lot of fun with this. I have been going and getting my Christmas stuff done. I've got the gingerbread dough made. I'm letting the flavour develop before I actually make it into a house in the morning. But when you do get 30 blocks, when you find all the blocks in the area, you do actually have something happen. You get a snatch of jingle bells and hello, and I've checked that, and you get an announcement to say that you have found everything in that area and you get sent back to spawn. Now I'm quite happy not to have found everything on camera, because I think if you're going to do this, I'd like to leave the end as a surprise. It's going to be a surprise for me. I'd like it to be a surprise for you as well. So that is probably it. So I'm going to call it there. I think that's enough for today. If you've liked this, you know what to do. Whack the like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell, and have a very Merry Christmas. Bye.